welcome to the worst movie podcast in the world. This week I'm joined by Joe, Decos, and Ryan. Guys, say hi.
Decos is back. He's alive.
Yeah,
He's alive this week.
Alive.
And this week we were looking at the Monster Hunter movie. It's on Netflix right now. If people want to check it out after this,
but film of all time.
All right,
you
Joe,
shut up.
You're jumping the gun a little bit. Jumping.
Sorry.
Right, yeah. So, Monster Hunter movie. I mean, it's a movie, that's for sure. Let's get some opinions. I feel like Joe already kind of gave his away a little bit, but Joe, all right, Joe, do you want to start that? Do you want to elaborate on your why you thought that?
This movie is just it's a masterpiece.
Now, this is coming from someone who claims he doesn't like spiders. By the way, just putting that out there.
Yeah, but
and also thinks Joker's a masterpiece.
Yes, but you know, I may not like spiders, but I do like this movie.
Yeah.
Cheers,
You're already overusing.
If people can't tell, this week we found out how to use the Discord soundboard.
Yeah, so this could go very left very quickly.
Yeah, so we'll see how it goes.
This is a trial run episode. It's gonna be horrific. I can already tell.
All right, no, but okay. Let me just quickly sum up.
People like sounds.
I just want to say, look, I know that this week the movie was my choice. I know that I've mentioned before, and as you guys know, I also very much like the games. However, I promise you, my viewpoint is not biased. I promise.
My viewpoint is biased because I also love the game, and that film was not an accurate representation of the game.
That is very true, and I agree.
Yeah, but boat on sand, guys.
First of all,
on sand.
The boats fucking fly instead of go on sand.
No, they go on. Bro, don't even start. Okay, you want me to go into the Monster Hunter lore? All right, don't get me going.
All right, he's pulling out Monster Hunter lore. Things are getting off base.
There are boats in sand. What's that?
Yeah, but both of the games I've played the last two ones.
Oh, so you don't know about Monster Hunter lore.
They were light-hearted, fun exploration of just hunting monsters, which is in the name. But this film, because they didn't have enough budget for the CGI, they just got a black Diablos.
Yeah,
and then
the
monster CGI are the only. Yeah, the only. Okay, in all honesty, the best part of the movie is the CGI.
Yeah, but I'm talking about half the action films that were shot in the dark and the camera cuts every 5 seconds.
Plus,
we will get onto that because we will get onto that in the lights, camera,
the CGI. The CGI in this was all right. Like when everything moved, it was.
Come on.
The CGI was solid for a B movie.
Yeah,
this is a B movie. Paul W.S. Anderson is a B movie director. This looked good for a B movie. You cannot take that away from the film.
Thank you. Thank you, Brian.
The CGI was good, and the monster design was good. But think about how many vibrant monsters there were.
Yeah.
Ryan, what did you think of the movie?
Me, you know what? I think given it's quite clearly a B movie, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Paul W.S. Anderson, he creates B movies, very well known for doing actually video game adaptations, like
and then never
the Resident Evil films and Event Horizon of all things.
He did apparently Event Horizon was supposed to be good though.
Holy shit, he did Mortal Kombat film as well.
Event Horizon is a good movie as
Event Horizon, is genuinely a good
That's
film.
probably one of his better ones.
I think looking at his films, that seems like the best one he's done.
Event Horizon is definitely like the top of his.
Actually a good film.
But the actors were shit as well.
It's actually funny you bring that. You know what? Something I found out after watching this film, which I didn't know.
That is his wife?
It's his wife. He cast his wife as like the
puts her in every movie he makes.
Yeah.
She's in like all the Resident Evil films as well, so he's just using it as an excuse to give his wife work.
Yeah. Are they earning any money?
You know what? I respect that.
If you make a movie and just cast your wife in the lead, like, are you losing money or are you earning money?
Probably.
He's gonna have.
I don't know.
Made
actually.
any money? Because like.
This movie did grow. I mean, it depends. Sometimes directors just get like paid like a flat fee.
Maybe.
If that makes sense. But I think he's written and directed. Is he written and directed this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's written and directed this one, so it'll be probably a studio gives him a budget. At least, I mean, worldwide it grossed 42 million. So
he actually he got it was which is actually surprising, but part of the funding came because this movie was a collaboration with one of the most recent games. They did a collab with it, so like the characters from the movie was in Monster Hunter World, and the areas and like the version of
I'm just looking at production companies. Capcom was involved in this.
Yeah, and the fact that so it means that like the people involved in the game must have had some sort of input, but yet somehow they still managed to let a lot of things slide from this film, which I'm sure we'll get onto.
Obviously, you played Monster Hunter from like a very early age. What's the point of having all the lore? What's the point of having American military?
Oh yeah, that's
it's because it's all he knows how to write, and plus the Resident Evil movies did not follow the games at all. He just does whatever the fuck he wants. He gets an IP and just does whatever the fuck he wants, as long as it looks similar, like visually. That's all he cares about. I'm assuming.
Look, don't get me wrong. I'm gonna fight my view on this film. Okay, because I personally did quite enjoy it. However, I'm not gonna ignore the fact that the story was trash. A lot of it had no relevance to the actual games. I mean, the whole parallel universe thing is just very stupid.
Yeah,
it kind of served no purpose other than.
Well, no, the only purpose was we wanted guns and soldiers. That's it.
Yeah.
Also, I'm sorry. I don't like films where half of it were two people speaking different languages and not understanding each other.
Oh yeah, Netflix didn't even bother. I don't know whether this is actually the film itself or just Netflix, but it didn't do the thing where it like subtitle, the alternate language is subtitled. Yeah, so it makes me think that it's the film itself going almost like a spaghetti western vibe. In a Monster Hunter movie. Why are you doing this?
It also makes no sense because obviously if they're trying to recreate how the characters speak from the game, yes, in the game they speak another language, but they speak Japanese because it's a Japanese game.
Yeah, it's a fucking Japanese game.
I mean, I can't tell. I'm not fluent in Japanese, but if he's just speaking Japanese in the movie, then they should be able to just subtitle it, no? Because it's an actual real language.
He was not speaking Japanese.
So they've just made one up.
I've watched enough anime to know keywords and some of the words and subtitles, or some of the words there just wasn't.
Yeah, getting in the director's head for a second here. Not that I'm saying it's the right decision. I'm saying probably why he thought it was the right decision. He probably wants you to feel as lost as her main character, right? So you sympathize with her more. So she's like lost. She doesn't understand what people are saying. But like, it just...
they use loads of non-verbal communication.
Yeah, but it just doesn't quite work.
The whole point of like, oh, she's a soldier, parallel universe, is that there's some sort of relatable character. Okay. However, these days, you don't need a character to relate to when it's like. I mean, think of all the kind of films that come out. You can build, if you're good enough as a director and a writer, you should be able to present
I want to either follow
a world.
Someone who's fairly new at their job on monster hunting, or a badass pro who just goes around fucking shit up and slicing monsters.
Yeah. But we got soldier woman with guns.
Yeah. All right. Well, we got Ryan's opinion. Decos, I know you've been listening and
I would rather watch Cindy the Fairy Princess.
Okay, rolling real question for a second, and taking the podcast off track. Would you rather watch House Shark than this film?
Yes.
Listen to the Logline Showdown. Let's have a little scuffle. Let's have a little
Thank
fight.
God.
Let's distance ourselves from
I wanna
the
fight
fucking
Decos
the
right now.
introduction segment here, and
That
let's
was
just
fucking
kind of
cursed.
figure out.
You can take me on.
Let's see how well people can summarize this movie and see who gets the point. So, you know what? We're gonna start off since we ended with Decos. We're gonna start off with Decos, rearing off the back burner of last week.
Posit this to you. I posit a lot today.
I don't know if I want to be
as the
positive
host.
anything.
You have never started a
Yeah,
long
I was
show
going to
now.
say the same thing. I think
And
Cameron
I
should go
think
first.
this is the perfect
Yeah, you
week.
should go first.
I don't know what any of you mean, but
Cameron, go first.
Go first.
Okay. All right. Look,
Take the L for once.
I'm coming up with it. Right. Okay. Here we go. Right. When a meteor full of space gunk transforms director woman's wife into a giant, the government renames her Ginormica and confines her to a secret compound with other monsters like bug-headed Dr. Cockroach.
Okay, we're gonna put you right there.
Extraterrestrial
dragon. The rest of it. I don't want to hear the rest.
On
Bagel.
New World and begins to.
That is a void log line. You're voided. You're voided for the rest of the log line.
It started as like a joke that you were never going to get a point.
You're
actually trying not to.
I don't know what you mean.
Cameron is hereby voided from the rest
and at least there's monster in the title this time. Monsters vs. Aliens, Monster Hunter. They're kind of similar.
No. Okay, Cameron is voided from the rest of this section.
They're not similar.
Exactly the same. They're exactly the same.
Monsters vs. Aliens is actually decent.
I can't name one difference between those two films.
I'd rather watch Monsters vs. Aliens.
All right, well, moving on from that one. Let's start with Ryan then. Ryan, go.
Oh, okay. So, released in 2020 so no one would notice, Monster Hunter successfully crams the joyous nature of the Iraq War down your throat, whilst including action scenes with more cuts than a depressed 14-year-old girl.
Oh my God.
I think that's fine. That's fine.
It's fine. I was thinking of this beforehand, and I decided it was fine.
Okay, that's teetering on the edge, though.
You know what? It's so
teetering
fine.
on the edge.
Joe, we need a bit of edge in the podcast.
It has the Burger King seal of approval.
Tom,
I would like to say. I would like to tell.
Do not draw a comparison between Burger King.
What is going on? What is going on? What has this film done to you?
I just really want one of them burgers made out of the monster.
To be fair, that cat was cooking up pretty good.
Oh, the cat, yeah.
Joe,
where are we at now?
Well, Joe's
is it my go now?
Yes, your go.
Okay. Okay. Well, for mine. All right.
Steamy.
Let the man speak.
For mine, I've wrote you a little poem.
Ooh.
Okay. So you'll have to bear with me real quick.
Try and knock me off my feet on smash,
I'm basing this entirely on the quality of Charge of the Light Brigade. So,
okay.
Right.
Okay, you ready?
Them tell me, them.
Right.
Different poem.
Here we go. Let me compose myself. Let me compose myself. All right, you guys ready?
He said he was coming up with this on the spot, can I point out? So he's composing himself because he's got nothing.
No, I've got a poem. All right, okay.
He's composing himself, Karen, like you composed yourself, huh?
Okay, right, here we go.
I had to find a movie with monsters in the name.
You guys keep interrupting, so I can't begin.
Ooh.
All right, here we go.
You can't. You can't stop if I let a giggle.
Talking.
You're like a teacher. Stop.
In. I can't start it.
I'm quiet.
Right. There once was a game played by a little boy. He played for many hours. It brought him much joy. Although this film might have made you annoyed, please don't put it in the void. No. There you go. That's my rendition of. I call it Hunteth the Monster.
Wow, great title. I really understood what you were saying.
Okay, right.
All right, yeah, you know what, Joe? I thought it was sweet and heartfelt.
Thank you. Unlike the rest of this fucking episode so far.
Leave 5 comments of Stevie and get the R now. Right.
Stop it.
Decos, go. Logline.
I was ill when I watched this, and I almost overdosed on drugs trying to get through this film.
Is that the log line?
That's what I want to say. That is the log line. That is.
For God's sake. For God's sake.
Wait, no, hold on. I actually zoned out for a second there and missed it. Could you actually repeat it? I did not hear that. I just
watching this.
I said I was very ill when I watched this, and after watching this film, I almost overdosed because I wanted to kill myself.
Okay, so 2 people didn't have a log line, all right? So
that was my log line. I thought
that is not a log line. That's not a log
I think it counts. I think it's
not.
accurate.
It's a statement, not a log line.
I think it's an accurate summary of this film.
Get out of here, Agent of Chaos.
Decos, I actually very much enjoyed your logline. It made me feel things I haven't felt in years.
I'm sorry, but
why not? You should have those feelings again.
You know what? It actually brought a tear to my eye. If you, the viewer, agree, leave a comment with the teardrop emoji.
Leave a comment. You goddamn.
Leave a teardrop emoji comment, and if we get 10 of them, Decos gets 2 logline points. Let's get into the votes then.
Go watch Ponyo like a man.
Let's get into the votes. So, Joe, can you give your point first, please?
Joe, choose
Karen, you start.
Joe, point.
No, Cameron starts. No, this is the rules. It's how it goes.
All right. Well, as I said before, a single tear actually brewed in my eye, so I want to give my vote to Decos. Actually, I quite liked his.
Okay.
All right. Then now, okay, Joe. I guess you guys go second now. I don't know what that's about. You go first every week for this week. That's crazy.
I'll vote for Ryan then.
Okay.
Thank you very much, sir.
All right. Decos, you get to vote next.
He'll vote for then Ryan.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. Surprise! It's happening.
Okay.
I vote for Ryan.
All right, so that's 2 for Ryan. Well, now Ryan's just 1. Ryan's vote doesn't matter.
My vote doesn't count, so I'm going to vote for Cameron out of spite.
Oh! I think I get a pity half point for that.
Actually, I guess it's more not spite, it's more pity.
All right. Anyway,
you
cool.
won that one
so
week, you lost a point.
Ryan, he's gained a point. So Ryan's now taking the lead. Sped past Joe. Full speed.
This is outrageous. I wrote a poem.
Yeah, but it was 2 from the heart, and it didn't feature many metaphors, and it can't be interpreted 27 different ways.
Exactly. Right, anyway, using the power of logline magic, I'm going to update the points, and then we can check them there.
All right.
3, 2, 1, start. Come back here. All right, there we go. Add a little bit of magic, some logline. Ryan got his point. Look, he's got 5 now.
5.
Yeah. Clap away. Right. Let's get into the general discussion then. It was a movie, and it kind of it just kind of pissed me off.
Waste my time on this.
A little bit.
Joe is going to have the most to say, so I say we begin with him.
I don't want to be here anymore. So no.
Joe, talk about the movie.
Make your arguments.
No. Actually, I want it. First of all, let's get into why you guys hate it so much, because that's the majority here. All right. So what are the reasons you hate it so much?
The cuts and the action scenes.
Yeah.
The action scenes were the only good part.
They weren't. The amount of... Oh my god, this thing made fucking Hot Fuzz look like a coherent mess. Like,
Yes.
it just is chop, chop, chop. There's no shot that lingers for even like
That's what the game
half a
is.
second.
It's what the game is. It actually, that is what the. How
no,
do you make?
It's a demented director who doesn't understand what basic editing is. Well, I mean, he understands what editing is, but doesn't know how to make it an actual visually entertaining spectacle for the viewer. I mean, what would have been exciting? It would have been, chop, 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 linger, chop, 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 linger. That would have been. I would have accepted that. But for example, when God, I don't know what her name is because the film wasn't very good at explaining it. But when our protagonist she grapples on top of like the dragon to go kill it. That scene would have been so much cooler had it lingered on the shot of her grappling to it, and then cut to the grapple in the thing, as opposed to just being chop 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 chop.
But she needed to chop. All right.
Look, I know the metaphors there.
X.
She needed to chop the monster, but she didn't need to fucking chop out my eyeballs.
she mashed X. All right. She chopped. She chopped. All right. This is Monster Hunter tutorial. Okay. She's learning.
Fucking tutorial.
Yeah.
Bruh, this film was not long enough for a tutorial.
It was quite a short film.
And thank God for that. My God.
I don't know what you're talking about, all right? Okay, this film had fantastic characters that we all remember the names of.
No, it didn't.
It had.
I do not remember a single character other than Catman.
Yeah.
It had
and Steeler.
It had a fantastic story that we all followed along.
The Diablos.
Yeah, and that's because they said it like 8 billion times.
Yeah, a billion times.
Diablos. Also, why did this movie become a horror film for like 15 minutes when it was in the like fucking spider nest dungeon thing? Like, why did that dude have the boar thing out the side of him? I was in genuine distress watching that happen. I was like, oh, Jesus Christ. What is this? I was expecting like just Monster Hunter like jovial action, and so I've got some man like bursting with spiders. I'm like,
why?
Oh my God, that bit where like
what the fuck are you going on about?
The sacks, like the spider sacks, and it like
how can you
burst out
say
of
you
him.
came into this film wanting a jovial? Bro, this is you.
That's
First
what
of all,
Monster Hunter is.
No, I wanted it to commit
in the
to a
game
tone.
are people that get slaughtered by the monsters. So
Yeah, but the game
they go out,
treats it
create
like it's a fun old
hunters
time.
to go massacre them. Okay,
Yeah,
that
but
is
in
the
the game,
point. If that was
it's
happening
fun.
in real life, the monsters would be horrifically.
But Joe, it's
killing
not real
everyone.
life; it's a movie, and that's why I watch it.
But Joe, it is
So
happening in real life.
why are you
with
nitpicking?
capitalism?
I'm not nitpicking. I'm saying it should have stuck with the tone. It just randomly threw horror out of nowhere. If the entire film was horror, I would have rolled with it. But it's the fact it comes out of nowhere and then it's just gone. I'm like,
Yeah, everything everywhere all at once, Joe, with like the genre flip. But it wasn't a good
everything
genre
everywhere all at once did it well.
And that film earned the S tier rank, and this film will surely plummet.
Well, see, speaking of the void, I already have to give this film just at least one tier's worth of thing, just because there was a Catman. The Catman who winks. The way he showed up. Yeah, and then he's like flirting with her, and she seemed to like. I swear she was like into it as well. She was like laughing along with it.
What I think was great, not only did the cat flirt, but also they had like where it like does the food. This is the first bit where I felt the film actually was kind of like the game.
Yeah,
where
cooking the food.
Actually prepared the food in the way that it does in the game. That bit was so cool.
And the fact that it exclusively talked in meows, like it just not even like making meowing sounds, just it saying meow. It's just like meow meow. It's like what? I needed more of that, Joe. Where was that?
There were
need more of that and that less desert.
There were definitely hints of. I feel like I mean, it's the same most of the time when you try and make a film about a game that's got such vast content. It's not just one game that this film is like trying to base itself off. It's there's like wait, let me finish. There's like 8 of them.
Okay. Watch the Mario
for
film.
God's sake. But that's got nothing to do with the games.
To be fair, the issue with the Mario film is the Mario film is just one big reference, though. That's the main problem. The Mario film I thought was a lot better than this.
It was better than this, to make my point.
It was a better movie than this, but I think the Mario movie was brought down by the fact it was just one big reference the entire time. But even though I did enjoy it, I still wanted a little more substance. But we're not talking about the Mario movie.
I was trying to make my point in saying that when you take games and turn them into films, you can go either one or two ways. You can make it one big reference, which, in my opinion, unless it's a word by word, like, for example, The Last of Us is working, but that's because it's a TV show, okay? You have multiple episodes, you can span the story. When it comes with films, okay, it can go one or two ways. It can be one big reference, which in my opinion works better, or you can do what this guy has tried to do with Resident Evil and tried to do with this, and create a new story in that world. And yeah, it don't work, okay? But there were a couple little references, like the cat.
Yeah, he said it doesn't work. He said it doesn't work.
Hold that
over him.
It doesn't work. No, I'm not saying. Okay, look. I like the movie. I'm not saying it's a fucking piece of perfection. I know it's bad. However, I think you guys are being a little hard on it.
He knows it's bad.
Someone has disappeared.
Being a little harsh.
Someone's reappeared. Sometimes it's good to be a little hard, Joe, if you get my drift.
Stay away from me.
Oh my god.
Comment Stevie down in the things. We'll get you a Decos of Brian.
This podcast is too horny.
And what can I say? The Monster Hunter does that to us. It does. All right. Anyway, yeah. Should we talk about the effects a little bit, just generally on where they were at?
They actually were good, but then again, they also had a 60 million budget for a B movie, so like they should be good.
Yeah,
and it is also
that was only because it was funded. I feel like Capcom probably just funded the film and just left it in the hands of the director, which is why the CGI actually is quite good in comparison to the rest of the film. The rest of the film, like, you can tell it's a B movie. Like the acting, the actors, the whole movie takes place in only like 4 areas,
which is kind of
and then put in a funny little wig. That was the best.
I couldn't believe. I genuinely I looked at him and was like, "That's fucking Ron Perlman." But
yeah,
I'm watching Monster Hunter. Is that
it's
Ron
Hellboy,
Perlman?
man? It's Hellboy.
He
Hellboy
actually is here, isn't it? Crazy.
I mean, he must just like video games because he voices a character in the Halo games. So he probably just does video games.
He probably has
he must just genuinely wanted to be in a Monster Hunter film.
Yeah.
And so just went, probably not for like the pay, just for the joy of being in it almost.
Yeah.
I can't imagine
apparently
paid
I saw a thing.
I think this film's just a rip-off of Sonic. Sonic has the same story, basically. Does the same thing as Monster Hunter.
Wait.
What are you talking about?
In what fucking world, Decos? Explain.
What are you talking about?
Well, there's both. Well, both of them have a member of the service encounter things from a different world, have to run away and fight monsters to get
Sonic is nothing like that. What are you talking about? Sonic is running and collecting rings in circles. That's what Sonic is.
But it was a better movie.
Because he's being chased by a monster who wants to kill him, and he wants to get back home.
They weren't being
lightning.
This is Joe. This is our bad because do you not remember the sequence where Milla Jovovich just went into super speed and went over the little loop-de-loop and then freed the little monsters hunters.
I would like to say, I replied to it. I watched them go to this river and all this. When they get attacked by like a fish out the lake or whatever, it was like a peaceful moment. I got on my phone to reply to a message. I looked back up and it was dark and it was raining. And she was fighting with the commander. What the fuck happened in between that? There was like a 5-minute difference.
Nothing really, Matt. You might have missed the cat person.
What are you going on about? You can't say you don't like it because you don't know. like the scenes, it changed to a different scene when you say you got up and went and stopped watching.
Yeah, but there was
That's
no
what happens in
cohesive-
movies.
No,
I'm not
I
gonna
literally
lie, Joe.
looked
This
down.
film was shit,
There
and
was no-
I too did step
The
away
scene-
for a
the-
moment, but I paused it.
No,
I
didn't step away.
fell
literally-
asleep
no,
for
no,
5
no,
minutes
I would
during
like
it,
to
but I
point
woke
out-
up, so it was okay.
I would like to point out,
My
only
eyes
thing I
were
did
tired.
was look down. Only thing I did was look down and look back up. The scenes weren't cohesive together, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
because the chopping.
Also, why
Yeah.
does she just gets beat the absolute shit out of in this film, right? Like what's her name? Like the wife of the
She
director.
died at one point, didn't she?
She
Milia
literally heart stops
Oh,
going.
okay.
She gets beat.
Artemis.
I think it's
According to the
almost every like 2 to 3 minutes she is sustaining a critical wound to some degree. Like she
Oh my
cannot
god!
catch a
Yeah,
break the
when
entire time.
the helicopter crashes into the ground.
Yeah,
and
that
she's
that
just
is a bit odd.
fine.
Yeah,
She
She's the
just
only one
walks
that
out
survives
like,
the helicopter crash.
like she's stabbed by these spiders twice, like injected with their poison twice. She's like she gets in that same car multiple times and flicked around in the car. She keeps getting back in it, thinking, "Oh, I'm gonna be just fine," and then gets flung around every single time, about 4 or 5 times. She's in like there's a she thinks she's safe, and then the helicopter goes down. Like she gets hit by like that dragon. She's like dragged out this goddamn spider's nest. It's crazy. She gets the other guy. He like punches her in the head like 3 times. He like knocks her unconscious. She gets knocked unconscious by Ron Perlman and that guy. She's constantly in duress. Like not even just duress, constantly being horribly hurt. I'm just like, does this guy just not like his wife? I mean,
She's using health potions, man. She got health potions. She's sharpening her blades. Okay,
I'm not saying it's unrealistic. I'm just saying she goes through a lot.
Oh my god, guys! You get 3 faints. Okay, that's what happens in the
yeah,
game.
but she had got like a fresh meal off the cat chef. She hasn't met
It's
him
true.
yet.
She needs that cat chef meal.
Oh yeah,
I
she didn't
want
have
that
a
cat chef meal.
stamina boost.
Yeah.
Anyway,
let's batch it.
vein.
Let me take you. Okay, let me take you to a scene. All right, my favorite scene in the film. I'll get your opinions on this. Okay. I know the rest of the film kind of mid. However, I will say there was something oddly satisfying about seeing the dragon just tear apart tanks and it like rip apart the plane. I thought the final fight scene between the soldiers was pretty good. Okay, not the end bit.
Yeah.
But,
oh yeah. Okay, Joe. I'm gonna just rip this away from you right now to talk about the ending of this film because there isn't one.
Yeah,
There ain't no ending.
Hey, they thought they were gonna get a sequel, guys.
Well, they were fucking wrong.
They were gonna get a sequel.
After all of the shit this movie puts you through, it doesn't even end like in a satisfying way. It's just like,
yeah,
I guess we're gonna have to stop them. Yeah,
I could smell it coming from a mile away as well. I was like, it's going to end on a horrible cliffhanger.
I was like wiggling my mouse, like, yeah, it's got 10 minutes left. You're not going to wrap this up, are you? Nope.
It's got the standard action movie tropes. All right, it's a B movie, man. What do you expect?
It's not even like a good.
I'd watch the actual B movie over this.
It's not the B movie.
Hey man, the B movie's a banger. He likes jazz. She doesn't.
Oh, B movie.
Exactly.
How could she not like jazz?
It's exactly like La La Land. She learns to love jazz.
Okay, great.
Barry B. Benson / Ryan Gosling.
All right. Well, I feel like we managed to get a little bit of well, I forgot we discussed all the key elements of this. But yeah, summary for the viewers who may have drifted off in between here and there. No one likes this book, Joe. Right, into the scoring. Let's go first then, Ryan.
Yeah, I'll be first.
All right.
Okay.
Where do you want to put it?
Now, this movie, it ain't great. It's definitely the first bit where it feels like a mid-2000s like American action film where it's like, oh yeah, American military in Iraq, they're so cool. They're not killing children and inspiring a next generation of jihadists.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh.
Like, you know, that whole bit just is unwatchable. Other than that, I mean, it's fine, but it's just carried by the budget it had as opposed to the actual film.
Yeah.
Underlying, there's nothing. I think it's better than
think
Ant-Man
Adam
and the Wasp:
Fire-
Quantumania. I think at least there's some joys in it. There's some good
That's
bits.
true. Although, Ant-Man and the
So-
Wasp: Quantumania, we did have a lot of fun watching that just because of MODOK.
Yeah, but it's
but
so
that's not
bad
to do
it's
with the
good,
film,
and I'm
though.
not going to reward that.
All right.
You're not gonna
But the
reward
only
something that is
reason
good.
we enjoyed it as much is because we were actively together watching
Monster
it.
Hunter,
Yeah, true.
Monster Hunter didn't have enough dialogue.
Yeah, actually, Joe makes a very valid point about
Unnecessarily
Ant-Man and the Wasp. We watched it on the big screen, and that in itself
Yeah.
enhances a film because that is the way they're intended to be watched.
He's right.
True.
But I am willing to put this film in E. This
Oh.
film, I
Ooh.
enjoyed it
than I
about as much as
expected.
Murder Mystery last week. It's not great. It's not horrific. It's a slog to watch. I probably would not go for this film again of my own volition.
Mm-hmm.
Eater.
All right, Ryan's gone for E.
Okay.
Decos?
Better than I thought. It's better than I thought. Okay.
Where do you want to toss it?
Probably F, to be honest.
Well, hold on. No. Listen, you were very vocal earlier. All right,
There
put
were
it where you
many-
want to put it.
There were threats.
Yeah, don't back out now because Ryan's actually got a valid reasoning. All right, I want to hear where you want to put it, Decos, huh? Where do you want to put it?
I want to put it in Void.
Why?
Good man.
You need valid reason.
Right?
You're saying
I
this is worse. You're saying this on
hated-
the same level as Fall.
Yes. No,
We all just agreed it had some few saving
actually-
qualities.
Actually, I'd rather watch Fall again than watch Modern.
But you're just saying that. No.
my God.
Well, no. But there's no reasoning. There's no reasoning. You need to
Yeah, what's the
reason.
reason?
You can't just say that for the point of trying to get it a low score. I need reasoning for it to be valid.
I'm not doing it because just to get a low score.
That's a lie. That's a lie. You're lying to me.
This film was like 2 hours, and I hated the entire 120.
It was an hour and a
minutes.
half, and that kind of backs up your point if it felt like 2 hours.
Okay, no, but
I sat there watching it, and I tried my best. I just it just didn't. It didn't work as a film. It just did not work as a film. I felt like I was watching 3 different films at one point. With how, and I just couldn't do it, man. It just
I
broke
can
me.
tell this. Yeah, I was about to say I can tell this film's broken, Decos, so I'm going to take that as reason
my
enough.
God, don't take that his sympathy.
It's
all right?
broken. Look
He's
at
full of
him.
rubbish.
I can
He's a
hear
little
him
broke cuss.
sniffling down the mic.
Okay.
Joe, I don't want sympathy. I want my time back.
Damn, he makes a strong case for the void.
Yeah,
All
he's
right,
making
okay,
one.
all right, fair enough. Okay, he's made his case. All right, I'll accept
I'm
that.
sorry.
No, it's fine. No, look, I
Look.
accept it.
Let's have a little think. Well, a little cameo where he wants to put it. Now, I am not putting it in the
I
void.
refer to yourself as
I am
whammy.
not putting it in the void. That is straight off
Okay.
the bat. It's not being put there. Now, I have
Thank you.
reasoning for that,
Hey,
and that's
you.
because I got to see a little Catman wink. All right, it was.
Yeah,
it
you
was
did
very...
say last week. You did say, and it's on the episode. You did say that it would gain at least one.
It gains point. He made a nice little looking meal. He was talking exclusively in little meows. I was having a good time watching that. So he gains an entire tier for that. Therefore, it's put in F because it gains nothing else because I hated the rest of it.
Okay, all right.
And all right. My reasoning is I just didn't care about anyone or anything that was happening. It didn't make me care. I just didn't. There was no. I felt like there was no reason for me to. And also, I just didn't like the action either. I felt like
There
just.
there was no strong point in watching the film.
Yeah,
Most
I was never
films
like,
you want to
ooh,
watch,
what's
there's
gonna.
a strong
Yeah.
case of why you want to
I
watch
don't
it and
care.
why you want to see
There's
it.
at least like a
film
sequence
wasn't-
that's good.
This
Yeah.
film
Every
wasn't
time I saw
strong
someone
enough to
die, I just
carry
went, eh.
itself.
I mean, if she'd have died, I would have gone, eh. But cat guy though, that's a strong case for F for sure for me. It's the cat guy, little cat man. Did you see him? He only had a little tooth. What's he doing with that little tooth? He was just hanging out. Anyway, right, all right, Joe. Do you want to make your case?
Okay.
Well,
But you can
I
state
think-
your case here. Maybe you convince
my
it.
turn.
Maybe
Wow.
reach some
Okay.
converts.
let me give you.
Honestly, Joe,
Okay,
if you put
let
it
me.
any higher than
Bro,
E,
let me
I
give you
will
my.
drive to your
Let
house
him,
and slap
Decos.
you.
It's
Let
gonna
me-
be higher than E. Let him try and convince.
Let me give
Much
you.
like Jeremy
I'm
Corbyn
going to
tried to
give
convince
you my
Parliament to use the Crown
personal
for the job.
position. I'm going to give you my personal position, and then where like I'm going to argue it should
Personal
go.
position has no weight.
Bro, it's just an
Sorry.
opinion.
I'm sorry.
Relax.
Fuck your opinion.
All right. Anyway, me personally, I would put it as a B film. Okay. I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. That's why I wanted you to let me say it. Anyway, right, no. All seriousness. I want to argue for why it should at least be an E, if not a D. Okay. All right. So it cannot go lower than Glass Onion and Murder Mystery. Okay. It definitely can't go. It can't go lower than Ant-Man for reasons I've already said. All right. You know. Now, in this film, at least we already said that there was Catman, and he was good. Okay.
He was good.
And although the acting, the story, the characters, the action
That is
was
everything in
terrible.
a film.
Okay.
That is
Even though that
everything.
was bad, it had a good cat. All right. And for that reason, I think it should take the place in the D. All right. Because Glass Onion and Murder Mystery didn't have cat people. And also,
No, they had giraffes and
and
flamingos in
also,
diapers.
and also,
and
and
Dave
also,
Bautista.
and also, I think it would be a real shame
Dave
to mess
Bautista.
up. I think it would be a real
He's a
shame to
problem.
mess up the murder mystery theme that we've got going on in the E. Therefore, I think it should take the D spot just to keep
Joe,
things even.
that argument is invalid because this Monster Hunter movie murdered my expectations of a Monster Hunter movie.
Ooh.
Okay then. All right then. Okay.
Much
I
the same
am.
as it killed
E,
Decos'
it's
time.
not going any lower than E. I won't let it go any lower.
You
than
know, on retrospect, from
Oh,
what
no,
you're saying,
the
and just
law-
generally, I genuinely think I should have been slightly more. I'm happy to change mine from an F to an E. All right, here's my the guy who
Two
presents
film
way of wrapping this
disrespected.
up. All right, we're gonna use this little
I
thing.
think
It's called
this
maths.
film-
Now I
I
assigned
think
each one of
this
these a number
film
based on that. Going from the void to S tier, the void is 1, F is 2, E is 3, etc., etc. So doing that, I did mine, Joe, and Ryan's. So all three of ours was 3. Decos, yours was the void, yours was 1. Added them all together, divided them by how many there was to get average, which is 2.5. And with 0.5, you round up, which equals 3, which means it's an E.
Thank you.
Done. That's using maths.
Maths and science come to the rescue in a Monster Hunter movie. Who would have thought it? Let's get it in E and wrap this up.
The fuck?
I want to double check your maths.
What do you mean?
It's 10 divided by 4.
Yeah, 10 divided by 4, yeah. 2.5. And with 0.5, you always round up. It's a 3. Yeah.
Hey, repeat what you said because I don't
It's just so I just did.
I wasn't
so
listening.
I gave everything a number, right? So the void is 1, F is 2, E is 3, etc., etc.
Yeah.
So there was 3 3s and 1 1, right? And that comes out at 10.
Yeah.
And I divided it by how many of us there are, which is 4, getting the average, which is 2.5. And with 0.5, it's usually accepted is to round up. So then which gives us 3, which is E.
Yeah,
so it's fine.
Yeah, but it's generally accepted, and I'm not accepting it, so it's invalid.
But it's accepted by the general. That's how it works.
This way, it keeps feelings
You
out
haven't
of
given
it.
any valid points that it needs to go in the void, and now we're just dragging this out.
No.
Yeah.
No.
It's guys. I'm sorry. It's 3v1. Why are we still talking about this?
I don't know. Look, Decos. Right now, give us the most important reason why we should not put an E tier. Go on.
All right, that's it. We're done.
What?
Let's get it in E.
What was that? That was like a spectral chant in like the distance. I don't know what the fuck that was.
E tier.
He was trying to curse
No, it's going in E, and I'm cutting.
Movie magic. It's been placed in E. And do you guys think it makes you happier? It's technically at the bottom of E. Right. All right. Into the next segment.
It's not. They're not based on that anymore.
It's true.
You can't even name the actors, let alone the characters in the film, by one guy.
It's been and gone. It's locked
No,
in, boy.
Hey,
It's
one of them was called the
in.
Hunter and one of them was called Admiral.
That's what they're called in
Right.
the game as well.
We're on to what's to know with Joe.
What's to know with Joe? Where we get to know what Joe wants to know. And right now, a non-Joe is talking. So please.
No, I can do my little Joe voice again.
All right.
I don't really care what Joe wants to know, to be honest.
Joe.
Why are you being so nasty?
What do you want to know? Don't. He's trying to sidetrack you.
I was gonna. Well.
What?
I haven't done anything.
Joe, don't get distracted.
I'm the one who got attacked this whole episode. I'm trying to defend myself.
All I want to know is what Joe wants to know.
Well, I was gonna. I'm gonna change the tone a bit because that was a very heated episode. All right, and we're all friends here. Okay, so I'm gonna ask a more light-hearted question. Veering away from fucking Monster Hunt now, okay? So, this... Well, where am I going with this? Okay, no. So, obviously, the heart of this debate is, sometimes making games into movies doesn't work. However, if you could pick any game that you enjoy, any game you can think of, don't have to be the obvious ones. What game do you think would make the best B movie? So the same sort of standard acting and maybe not as much money as this film got because Capcom got involved. You think of a B movie, what's a game that could make a good one and why? All right, so what game would be encouraged by the shit acting, the shit CGI? Let's get away from what's in it. I'll go with. I don't want to go with Decos first, so we'll go with Ryan.
Oh, God! There's so many video games. You know what? I'm gonna go with a Just Cause movie.
Ooh,
I think that would do really well with just stupid explosions everywhere, bad CGI. That could be an absolute great time.
That is a lot of what B movies are.
I'm gonna
think Just Cause 3, which was a good game.
Yeah.
It had an awful story.
But
it was still a great game. It could make a great movie as well.
It's true.
Valid point. Valid.
Counter that with Borderlands. Because that seems like a game where if you make it into a film, you can get away with the bad acting because of the type of game it is.
Well, they're making the Borderlands into a movie though, but it's not but it's not a B movie. You guys didn't know this? Yeah, it's like a full on they've got Kevin Hart and Jack Black. Jack Black's voicing Claptrap.
Jack Black is in fucking everything.
Yeah, Jack Black's voicing Claptrap in it, which makes no sense.
You know what? I can't complain. More Jack Black in the world.
It's true.
Nothing that I
wonder how I'll do his Claptrap, but I'm sure it'll be fine. But yeah, Borderlands movie looks like it's gonna be weird. I mean, they've got that, Roland, who was the big proper dude. He's voiced by Kevin Hart. Well, not voiced, acted by Kevin Hart. Which is
Kevin Hart was just so good in Die Hard.
He was fantastic.
Die Hard.
Now, throwing my hat in the ring for a video game, I think make a good movie.
Borderlands film into a Quibi.
Have you guys ever heard of the hit game Apex Legends?
Oh, for God's sake!
Stop trying to get a referral bonus.
No. Because think about it. I've already talked to this with people at my work. I could get invited to the red carpet premiere for that and be and get a premiere thing for it if that happened. So Apex movie. Apex movie.
Ow.
I have a vested interest in making that into a movie.
I think an Elder Scrolls one would work.
I think that has to be a higher budget. I think because they've got too many fantastic.
It has to be a beat because it has to be
It has to be a crappy
but
B
that's the
movie.
great of it. That's the great of it because they can say the crappiness is just the bugs and glitches from the game.
Oh God, Todd, how I'm thinking.
If they actually leaned into that angle, I think that could be really good. Yeah. And that could be the tagline. It can literally just be the Elder Scrolls. It's just cinema, like the film. And if they roll with like the bugs and the glitches just in the game, that'd be fucking hilarious. But would it be too meta?
There's like a part of the film where it just crashes, and it's just like it's just part of the experience.
Don't worry about it. And Joe, what about you? What would you have?
Yeah.
I think a fantastic B movie if they made speedrunners into a film.
Oh my god, that would be pretty fun.
And the film
that would work so well. Holy shit!
And it's just a bunch of random, and like I don't know, think of the cast. Who could be involved in something like that?
Like, I'm thinking more plot. Like, we're coming up to the big race.
Instead of Arnold Schwarzenegger as the cosmonaut guy, you know, like the red, like the that'd be good.
It could be like, oh my god, no. So what we do, we take an angle from the great storytelling that was in Monster Hunter, and we have Mo Farah go through a portal, and he's ended up in a universe where speedrunners is the traditional track racing.
Joe, in this universe, does corn lasagna exist?
Corn lasagna, if it wants.
Right, he's going about corn lasagna. Right, this podcast has been going on
that's what Mo Farah was like advertising back after he won in like 2012.
We've all given our opinions on
like
what's wrong with
Joe. You make corn is in the brand.
Yeah, the brand.
Oh, I thought you meant like lasagna that just had layers of corn.
Yeah, corn. Yeah. That needs to be the image for the podcast for this episode. It's just sweet.
Just pasta and sweet corn.
That was Monster Hunter. Solid E-tier movie on our behalf.
Hey, that's higher than I thought.
What were we doing next week again? I think it was Decos' choice, so we all voted, didn't we? What was it?
Rogue One.
Rogue One.
Our first Star Wars movie.
Story. Rogue One.
Our first Star Wars movie.
They had quite a few of them Wars of the
and
Star
the originals.
Yeah, I think they made a sequel to Rogue One, didn't they? I think it was called A New Hope or something.
That was back in the 70s, though. You see, George Lucas invents time travel in the year 2025, so we're not that far off, actually.
Anyway, so Rogue One next week. Thanks for listening this week. Like, comment, subscribe.
Showed me his time travel machine.
If you leave a comment saying what movie you want us to watch, we will take that as priority and do that movie. So please leave comments. Don't forget the comments about... You never know.
You're not our priority. Fuck you. Fuck what you think. Fuck
the
system. Fuck the patriarchy.
Thanks for listening this week.
Thanks, for trying to make us hit 20 subs again.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Everyone say bye.
We love you.
Bye.
Bye.